everybody. I'm Bob, and I'm going to make a trophy today for my turkey that I shot last year during turkey season. Finally got around to doing it. So what it is it's just a series of beads, and I string it to a shotgun shell like this. You know, I glue the beard in the shotgun shell, and then I put a eye bolt on the end of the shotgun shell, and then I do some beads, and I cut off the spurs, and I put the spurs with the beads and everything. Next thing you know, it's a pretty nice thing that I just hang on the fireplace or whatever. So let me get started. First, we're going to cut off the spurs. There we go. You know, there's a whole bunch of ways to do this. I just tend to just cut them close. Make a cut there, and a cut there, and that's that. And then sometimes I've done them on the table side, but this is less risky, so that's why I do it on the vise. There, and I just cut it off like that. That's one spur. And then here's the other one. There, and then I'll bring this closer so see better what I'm doing. Here's over here. Here's the shell. Oh, I'm going to cut the shell too. That you could do with a razor blade, I suspect. There we go. Razor blade cuts it pretty good. There. Then I just put it in there, put some glue in there, and hold it up overnight, and it'll stay nice and straight. I'll drill a hole in and get this started in there, so I know I can have, you know, I'll put this in, and then I'll glue it in, you know. So let's see, cut these things off. So you can see I just kind of get the skin cut and peel it off. Cut on each side. Skin peels off pretty decent. There's some of it. There. Just kind of pick away at the skin and get it off. So now I'm cutting the skin off of the spur, and I'm cutting the cartilage. There's a cartilage right here on one side of the spur that I take out. I'll use something like a knife or scissors. I'll cut it out some more. There we go. There, see there, the cartilage just came out. See, it slid right out. Now I could cut the skin off, and the cartilage didn't slip out of this one, so I got to do that also. Here we go. Now it's out. Not a shaking big deal, but cutting this off is pretty self-explanatory. You just cut it about an inch. The pieces are about an inch, about 3/4 of an inch. Then I'll take a stick or something and If there's any marrow left inside there, I'll take that out of there like that and get that out. And that's fine, just like that. And I'll cut off whatever skin I can get off without, you know, leaving too much on. Be very careful not to cut your fingers. There. I trim it a little bit. That's one spur ready to go. Pretty much. Now, here's the other spur. It's got the cartilage already cut off, so that skin's ready to come right off on that side. Let me just kind of take it right off. Or cut it off, whatever works. There. Little Stanley knife seems to be doing the job. And then I'll get it started. Oh, there it goes. It comes right off from the side of the cartilage and pulls right back. And I'll just cut it off like that. Now it's pretty clean. Get a little bit more of the cartilage off of there. There. I've done this for numerous turkeys. It's just, after a while, fans get a little old, you know, using a fan to memorialize your turkey hunts. And so I just come up with this idea, so they're just not a bunch of beards hanging around. They look much nicer, and you get to remember your hunts better. You get to see your hunts for a long time afterwards. Okay, that's pretty darn good. You know, you get as fussy as you want, but it's all going to dry and turn white. Not, you know, the leg part, the bone part. I'll just clean this up here, get rid of this. Okay, so now, once I move the mess out of the way here, I've already cut my shotgun shell. I'm going to put this in the shell like this, and then I'm going to make it stay like that. But before I do this part of it, I'm going to drill a hole and put this in here. Do it over again. So I just use a small drill, and I put this small screw in the end of it, and it's sitting in there. It's an eye bolt. It's a small screwed eye bolt, and it's sitting in there now. And then I just wired a wire from this angle device. It's really, I use it to, you know, for a grinding tool or whatever that I dangle from there, and other tools and whatnot. Anyways, I just tied it to this, and I got myself some Elmers, and all I'm going to do, here I go. I'm just going to move this out of the way. And I'm going to just fill that cap up with Elmers. On both sides. There. Trying to be as neat as possible, filling it up, and even poke it down a little bit with a stick. Just a little bit more. There. That's pretty much all set. I just have to poke a little bit down in there with the stick. it shouldn't go right down in, you know, kind of like work its way in. There. So that's pretty much about that. And oh, here's another stick I could use to poke it in even farther. The more you get it down in there, the better it'll hold it in place. That's for sure. And I might even be able to just there. I didn't get as much in there as I thought I did. I can actually put some more in. There. There. Once you get all the glue in there, then you kind of like put it in, just get it sitting in the right position for you, and you know it's gonna stay there, and you're good to go. Let's see, we're gonna get some more glue in. And normally you'd like it to just kind of squeeze out and flow down in. In the perfect world, of course. There. Well, that didn't do that, did it? It flowed in in the wrong direction. There. This is probably not as new of a bottle of Elmer's as you'd like. There. But I'm sure there's enough Elmer's on that thing now and around it that it's going to sit just fine. You want it as nice and straight as possible coming out of that shell, because when it hangs, that's going to be the deal. There. All right, so now that's all set. Okay, so now that all that Elmer's is all set in there, and it's going to be sitting overnight, I got my beads here for tomorrow, and I used to use some steel beads too that are pretty nice that I got at Walmart. I don't have any left, so I'll just do these, and these are all set, as I said, and so tomorrow I'll come back. It should be all dry and hard, and then I'll start stringing the beads, and that's about it. It's kind of self-explanatory from here on out. I mean, you just put the beads symmetrically the way you like, and what works for you, and that's it. Well, welcome back. The glue is dried on our little mount project here. Inexpensive mount project. The glue's all nice and dry, so we'll pull that down and see how it's holding. Yeah, it's pretty solid. So now you can see the eye bolt that was put in there. Needs to go a little bit farther in, but it's not going to pull out. So it was a little loose, but it won't pull out. Next time, be sure to use a smaller drill. And here's one that I did with I spoke about earlier with the steel beads that were bought at Wally World. And here's also another way of doing it. I drilled a hole in the shell cap from right through, and then I burred it here, and either or way works fine, you know. I took this one down so you can see it well, and this guy's got a little better spurs, and so that's how I did that one, and they're basically either or way. So there's not a heck of a lot to show. A little shortcut was I put these all in sequence. Somehow they rolled out of place, and this is the way I'm going to do it. So I would take whatever string I want to use, twine, which I got this at Wally World also, and just double it up. And I guess I'm going to use brown. There we go. Take enough brown off of there, or maybe black, whichever one's. There we go. Doesn't even matter really. Cut enough to, I like to double it up. And my scissors are over here. I'll double it up like this. And you know, this is something that it's like self-explanatory. You can figure it out. Just double it up. And like that. And then just start putting them through as I go around. And so what I decided to do was that you can't get the strings through the beads very simply when it's like this. So a trick that I do when I'm making lures and I have a lot of beads involved and there's, you know, tight line and tight holes, I'll take a piece of fishing line, maybe 40, 50 pound test, and then I'll just fold it in half. And then I'll take the line and do that. And then it just acts like a needle for you. And it helps pull it through a lot faster, a lot easier. See, it just pulls it right through. There's no fighting with it. And you just go right, you'll see. I'm going to put it in time warp soon. So there you go. It's all tied, all hooked up, ready to go. So that's what they look like. And I've enjoyed looking at quite a few of them through the years. Old one, and other ones. There you go. And I'm going to put the one that I took down back where I got it from. There we go. I'll put the new one up. Another good turkey trophy for my mantle. So you can see what they look like close up. Here you go. And there's another way I did them. And another way. And there's expanded. As you get older, you do accumulate them and you find different ways to mount them. My first crossbow bird was very important. It took me 2 years to get that bird. All right. You have a good day and thanks for watching my videos. Appreciate it.